Hi everyone, my name is Lavesh Pritmani and my company is Learn Bhangra. I've been in the dance industry for about 14 years now. I originally started when I was a teenager, just doing the local Diwali shows and performances with my buddies. Specifically, my background has only been in Bhangra. That's really the only dance style I have ever tried and ever trained in. I'm not a very good dancer. I only know Bhangra. That's the one thing I've tried. But I originally started at that time when I was a teenager. From there, I went on to get into the competitive scene in my university. And that's really where my passion for Bhangra started. I think it started with the competition scene and really wanting to learn. So I went to DVDs at that time. Later on came YouTube. And I was fortunate that at the time I started competing, there was also a local Indian dance academy that was just starting up, looking for co-owners and instructors. And I threw my name into the ring to just start trying to teach Bhangra to kids and learning at the same time. Definitely wasn't qualified or anything like that, but I just wanted to try to help spread the dance. Very fortunate that after many years, I continued to gain knowledge about it, and I met my coach, Gurinder Bir Pearl Paji, who really gave me the understanding of folk Bhangra, understanding the toll rhythms, and giving me that background to be able to confidently go forward and teach with more knowledge behind what I was doing. So big thank you to Coach for that. From there, I launched about 10 years after having my academy. I launched the Learn Bhangra app. That was our first project where we took all the high quality, we created all these high quality video tutorials of all the folk Bhangra steps, put them onto an app, put them onto YouTube. And from there, our company continued to grow, thankfully, to where we launched into other projects, workshops around the world, giving classes with instructors who became part of our team. And today we have over 25 members on our team in over 20 countries. And we continue to thank you to everybody for their sharing and support. We continue to try to grow and just spread Bhangra as a passion for the dance form. My inspirations for my Bhangra dance and for my choreography, my first inspiration definitely has to be my coach, Gurinder Bir Paji. Anything I have as far as Bhangra knowledge, as far as knowing the steps, the energy, the grace, all of that is attributed to Gurinder Paji for really giving me that foundation and for giving me that passion, teaching me what Bhangra is really about. So he's my number one inspiration. I also have to give a big shout out to my old teammates who also spent the time trying to learn as well. We all did it together. So Jitu, Manjeet, Abhi, Varun, Sumit, so many other guys who I danced with together, who helped make Bhangra what it is today for me. They get a big shout out. And third, to all of the students that I've had who have put in the time and effort and the respect they've given me to learn from me. And that to me, I think means a ton because they have given me their trust, right? And they've put in their effort and their time. And to me, that's the biggest honor I could possibly have, that somebody gives you that. So thank you so much to all my students over all the years who have taken out the time to learn Bhangra, and many of them are continuing to spread it. And all I want to do is support them back for the support that they gave me as well. Some of the biggest moments of my artistic career and some of the biggest milestones I've had, three of them that really stand out to me. The first one was getting the opportunity to become a instructor at Broadway Dance Center in New York City. Broadway Dance Center is one of the world's top studios, and it was a huge unexpected honor that they wanted me to be able to teach Bhangra there. I taught there for almost about 2.5 years. I had a weekly class going, and just to be in that environment with other incredible dancers every week from not only New York City but around the world, teachers, dancers alike who came in, and the people who would come into your class were so passionate about wanting to learn. They were really there for the dance and the dance only, and that environment was absolutely incredible. So definitely the biggest highlight of my career. The second one I think that also really stood out was an opportunity for us to perform at a really high-end wedding in Bali, Indonesia. Our team was flown, 8 of our team members from all across the globe, Europe, Asia, US. 8 of us got together, had the opportunity to dance and perform for an amazing couple in Bali, Indonesia, where we had other huge superstars there on stage. Neha Kakkar was there, Sartinder Sartaaj, for those of you who are into your Punjabi classical type music. It was just a crazy, crazy, incredible experience to be able to have that. And I'm so thankful for the family for bringing us out there and giving us that opportunity to be part of their great special day. And then the third one, which was one that actually never ended up happening, but was a huge validation for me, was the 2016 Rio Olympics. An India cultural delegation actually reached out to us and connected with us to perform, to create Bhangra performances at the Rio Olympics during the last week and even leading up to the closing ceremonies. So we were really incredible to have this opportunity, really lucky. We reached out to dancers from all over the world. In fact, we had over 100 submissions from dancers from every single part of the globe to be part of our squad that was going down to Rio. Some members even had already flown out to Rio de Janeiro as well. But unfortunately, the event never happened due to some communication problems and organization problems from the Rio Olympic Committee. And our performance was never put together in the right way. So I actually didn't end up going to Rio for that event, but some other people did. They got to enjoy the festivities, and at least they had some of the credentials, official credentials, to be able to go in and out of the events as well. So that was one really unique experience, and just the whole process of being able to perform for that event and the validation, even though it didn't happen, the performance was a huge milestone for me as well. My biggest challenge as a dancer and a teacher, pumping out choreography. That is the toughest thing to do. I think sometimes because of our social media age, we treat it like a chore, like something we have to do to create choreography, to continue growing ourselves and growing our followers. And that can become toxic sometimes on you personally, because you're creating choreography as a duty and not something as you want to do, right? And it should be something you want to do. So I think the biggest challenge is trying to find that balance of the consistency of choreography while also creating quality work, while also creating something that you like to do, right? And figuring out, juggling all that is definitely a big challenge. But, very fortunate that we have these capabilities and opportunities to work with others when we do make choreographies. And so from my standpoint, I just try to make it the most enjoyable experience. I try to make it a little different every time, sometimes go outside of my box too, outside of my comfort zone to try something new. And that's how I try to overcome those challenges. So if I had some advice to my 18-year-old self, or anyone who's looking to become, aspiring to become a professional dancer, I would say make sure you surround yourself with people who are better than you at the things that you want to grow in. What I mean by that is, let's say you're not a marketing expert, find somebody who either it's a friend of yours or somebody you really trust, and use them to help you with marketing yourself. Same thing on the financial aspect if that's not what you're strong at. I think it's a really tough world to try to become a professional dancer. I won't sugarcoat it. It's something that takes a lot out of you, right? Because you're constantly looking out for those gigs. You're constantly trying to promote yourself. So what you should do is create, as much as you can, a team that will help you, and make sure those team members are really good at what they do, because they'll only elevate your game and give you the right ideas if they're good at what they do as well. I think having that team also helps take some of the pressure off of you mentally as well, if you have people you can bounce ideas off of. So that would be probably my biggest advice. Get people who are going to support you and who are also better than you at their particular subject area, because I think that's only going to help you grow. And the second thing is, don't sell yourself short. If you're good at something and you're really passionate about it and you feel like this is the way you want to do it, don't take it down a notch, or don't change it just because you think it may get more views or it may be something that is going to be commercial. Do it for the passion, for what you love doing. That's how it'll come out looking the best. When you really put what you love into your work, other people, it may not be a million people, but the people that will see it and will recognize it and will appreciate your work are going to be the ones that are really supporting you at the end of the day. And that's what matters the most in your dance. I want to give a big shout out to Hitanjani from Bindaas Bollywood company in Australia. Thank you so much for reaching out and for asking me to be part of this interview. I really enjoyed it. It made me think about some of my answers too and go back through memory lane as I was trying to come up with some of them. So thank you again. This is Lavesh Pritmani from Learn Bhangra. Hopefully get the chance to visit you in Australia soon. In the meantime, all your sharing and support is greatly appreciated. Look forward to dancing with you all one day soon. Take care.